Dad's finally gone and got the back of the MUX all decked out for touring and camping. Instead of just chucking everything in the back, he's gone and got a drawer set up, fridge and dual battery system to run the fridge and other various things at camp. I thought I'd do a video to run through it all rather than getting 50 million questions every video. That way I can send people to these videos and they can see everything he did and how it all works together. This is obviously going to make his life a whole lot easier when we're away on our big camping trips, being able to sort, organize everything, have a proper fridge. Before that he was just using an esky and ice. The base of the setup is a drawer system made by Drifta down in Gloucester. This one is actually one of their pre-made designs they have. So basically with each vehicle they can give you, they normally got a few different options of how you want your setup, or you can just custom design the whole thing and they can make it for you. They're all handmade there in their Gloucester shop. This is one that was on their website. It's basically a single drawer and slide out fridge, nice and simple. You can do 2 drawers with a fridge on top, but then you have to have a drop down slide or your fridge up high. Like if it's up there it's going to be a bit too high, and then drop down slide is just an extra weight, plus you obstruct your view. So that's kind of why we went this one. On this side you have your single pull out drawer. Basically they've got they're calling these Teflon slides, like a design they came up with rather than on runners. Nice smooth slide, and it keeps your weight down as well. In the drawer he's already got a couple of their bags in here, keeping various things in there. Obviously you're set up properly when we go away camping. You have a slide along, sort of like a cutlery top. You have this divider here so you can split the drawer up to keep things from sliding around. Just a nice simple drawer set up how you want, really. You got tie down points on top of the drawers, 1, 2, 3, 4 if you do need to tie stuff down on top. Now the cool thing that I love about this design is it's got a pull out table. So in between obviously the top and your drawer you got a table. Pull it out, you got a spot to quickly make lunch here or dinner or whatever you want to use it. You know, bring it out halfway. And then if you pull it out all the way, instead of a tabletop it becomes an actual table that you can pull out at camp. So it's got adjustable legs on it here. Pull your legs out, you can adjust the heights on them. And you got a table for camp there as well. Rather than carrying a separate table, you got a, however you want to use it, quick and easy pull out there or set it up wherever you need. Over on this side we have the fridge. Tied down there, it's a 50 litre Engel Fridge freezer. You can't run it as both. It is either one or the other. Actually maybe it's 40 litres, 50, 40. Do you remember what size your fridge is? That just slides out, unlatch it. Out it comes on a slide there. 45 litre maybe. But yeah, it comes out, you got your fridge there. Now because it is not up on top of the drawers, you know, it's still a good height here to see in and access everything, no problems. How tall am I? Just under 6 foot, I think. The fridge does have this box around it. That way you haven't got things falling in behind it when you pull it out. Because if you go to pull it out and you got something sitting up there, falls down in behind it, then you got to try and get it out to get your fridge back in. The box is removable. So it's just like kind of clipped in there, a few different clips. So you can actually pull the box out and not have the box there. This box like lid if you don't want it. And you can also, we didn't get it, but they do also make an extra flat piece there. So say you wanted to have the whole thing flat for some reason, you can take your fridge out, put a flat plank of wood across there, and then you've got a flat top again, kind of 2 drawers. Because you know you have a slide there, have a lid on it, so you can convert it into 2 drawers should you get rid of the fridge for some reason. It is kind of a bit of an adaptable, interchangeable system. Now obviously to run your fridge you're going to need a dual battery setup. Safiery Global did the dual battery. We got the dual battery setup done all through them. They're really good because you can pretty much give them a design and then they'll come up with a dual battery system that will suit your needs. Now they make lithium batteries and then they run, which I'll show in a minute, they use Victron gear, so like a Victron DC charger, and then Safiery Global do the battery and they do all the wiring and the fuse boxes and various things like that. It's got a 100 amp hour slimline battery here, so it fits in. I've just pulled the back seats out of the way so you can see it all going on, but the back seats still come back and they're squeezed in there nice and tight. We've got a couple of brackets on it so it can't move. Batteries must be secured in case you roll your car or whatever. Now being a lithium, I won't go into too much, that's a whole another debate. Lithium are more expensive, that's their biggest downside. You're normally looking at maybe 3 times the price or something. but lithium batteries will last a lot longer, 4 times as long. You know, common to get 20 years out of lithium battery compared to 3-4 out of an AGM. They're half the weight, so this is about 16 kilos for this lithium battery, whereas a slimline AGM you're looking about 30 kilos. 100 amp hour. Now with a lithium you can bring it down to 20% safely and still get maximum voltage the whole way through that range. With a 100 amp hour lithium battery you can use 80 amps of that without an issue, whereas an AGM, 100 amp hour AGM battery, you could only safely use 50. This is the Clark Kent one from Safiery Global, and it's basically an aluminium case, so it's tough as, so it's made to go in like 4-wheel drives and boats and various things, and it's just about unbreakable. You can run high voltage, high appliances things off it without a problem. Like I've got one in my car, which I'll do a different video on that, but I can run my 2000 watt inverter off it. I could run you know, high drawing voltage things without an issue. Lithium batteries work a lot better with solar. They're 100% efficient with solar, but Dad doesn't have solar in his at the moment, maybe down the track, but doesn't really have a need for it. And they also charge a lot quicker when you are driving as well. Now this is the main area of where all the dual battery systems run in behind the fridge here. Once you pull your back seat forward, you got kind of this little box. Now you could possibly fit the battery in there. This one wouldn't fit, but that was alright because it gave us room to do all the fuses, DC charger, everything else. Basically you got wiring that runs from your front battery, came in through the firewall at the passenger feet, down along under the carpet, up into the back here, which runs your DC charger. Now it's a 30 amp hour Victron charger, so basically get 30 amps back into the battery on average as you drive. This is all, so Safiery Global made up this fuse box here, which has got your fuses, various things in here. It's got a shunt for it as well. I kind of actually forget what the shunt does in a dual battery system, but I'm sure you can look it up. A shunt's something to do with monitoring the power of the dual battery system. He had it all done by a local auto electrician in town. Safiery Global sort of made, we gave them all the designs, dimensions, everything. They sent us out the right gear and system, and then we had it installed all locally. So you got all your fuses, wiring through to your fridge, and yeah, that's kind of all hidden in out of the way there, and you got your battery up here out of the way too. The main purpose of the dual battery system was to run the fridge. I've also got a couple of outlets here. He's actually running that little light off I was using to light up the back of that now. So got a dual USB outlet, so you can charge your phones and little bits and pieces off that. Got a 12 volt outlet here to run the camp lights off, and then that's sort of, when you're on the road, you know, that hopefully keep the fridge going for 2-3 days once you're pulled up. But we're never normally at camp more than one night anyway, we're always moving around, that's why we don't really need the solar. Here you got a Victron little display unit, so basically that will give you can play around with it there. It's got various things that'll tell you percentage remaining of your battery, how long you got left of your battery based on what you've been using. It'll sort of calculate it as you're going. You can get all your different readings right off your little display there. Now one thing I really like about this whole Safiery Global Victron setup, it's all Bluetooth and you can control and see it all through your phone. Now there's a couple of my things coming up here because my car's only just over there and I got all the same stuff in it. But here's Dad's here, so we got the DC charger, we got the reader there, and then basically we can go into them once it connects up via the Bluetooth. And now it's not, obviously the car's not running, but once the car's running you can see your voltage, see everything that's going on, see how much it's charging up. You can go into your graph and see like how it's charged over various times as you've been driving, what's going on with the system. And then that whole app setup basically allows you to monitor, actually I haven't got the battery paired up to, I need to pair the battery up to it, but it allows you to monitor everything that's going on, see everything on your phone, basically get history of everything that's going on and how best to run the system and change it as you need it. That's a bit of a basic overview anyway of how, without going into too much detail, especially with that dual battery stuff, my knowledge gets limited other than the very basic overview of that. You can just turn the fridge on or off here at the power of the fridge as you want to use it. It'll be plugged in all the time, and then just turn it on and off as need be. Just have to be mindful to clean it out, I guess, and not have moisture in there, otherwise it's going to stink if you have it off for a while. It's a reasonably lightweight system too. This MUX was a 7-seater, so you took the back 2 seats out. It's still a 5-seater, just doesn't have 7 seats now, but once you take those back 2 seats out, it doesn't add that much more weight because we've got the lithium battery, which is not too heavy. These Drifta Drawers, they make them quite light. Fridge would have a bit of weight to it, but yeah, you know, you're not adding really heaps of weight to your setup, and then it's just such a good base to pack and set everything up. Be able to put all your gear in your drawers or your food in the fridge, and you know, be able to sit a couple of bags up along here and still get your view out over the back, over the top as well. And the lithium dual battery system to run it all and charge a few things and run your lights at camp and all that. We haven't really taken it away yet due to the whole coronavirus thing. We haven't been camping in a little while now, so it'll be good to take it away and test it all out and tweak any little bits and pieces we need as we go.
But you're already bitter, bitter like the fruit they grow in my home. I eat them for dessert, right next to the fire that I lit from my phones. Breathing in toxic fumes that make me come home.